Hello everyone, this is Can of Soda. Welcome back to another video. Now today will be one of those fun little storytime videos from my childhood. I already made one right here where I talked about this entitled Smart Student, so you can go check that out if you may. But here is another story, one that I think is probably one of the most wild ones. And it was a time where I stood up to a neighborhood bully. Yes. So around like 5th and 6th grade, I definitely had a good number of bullies in both the neighborhood and at school. It was not fun. But thankfully, I had friends with me, so that was great. And I actually stood up to him and actually ended it, which was so crazy on my part. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So this story happened in like 2012, which I can't believe was 12 years ago. That's crazy. I was 11 years old at the time. So basically, in our neighborhood, we used to have like a good number of kids, including me and my little brother. We would play outside with each other a lot. And since there were bullies in the neighborhood, we had such crazy rivalries. So these two boys I'll be talking about, their names are Bryce and Chase. I'm not sugarcoating it. I mean, they're not going to find this video anyway. But anyway, Bryce and Chase were like the biggest troublemaking shits in the neighborhood. They were like mean to me, my brother, our other friends, Nija and Alicia, for like no reason. Yes, the Alicia who appeared in my videos, my longtime childhood friend. And also, we had a friend, Darsh. For some reason, he decided to befriend Bryce and Chase, which is really bad on his part, and actually caused a lot of tension within the group, which eventually ended later, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's get back to it. So, one of the first instances was when Bryce threw a football at my brother's head, and we were like arguing like whether it was on accident or purpose, and I know that he laughed about it. It was like so infuriating to me because my brother was like 7 years old at the time. And Bryce was like just around 2 years older, which, was not so great. So, there was also this one time where I was out with my brother and Nija, and one time Chase took one of those noodle pools, stuck it in the sewer, and literally flicked the water at us. I am not joking. That actually happened. And we just had these basic little kid dramas like, shut up, no you shut up. I just remember, it's still in my head to this day. I was just looking at Bryce and Chase. We were just yelling, shut up, back to back. It was so much fun, right? And what's even worse is that, like, I told you earlier is that our friend Darsh was friends with him for some odd reason. And his cousin Darshan was too, which wasn't great either. I do remember there was this one time that stuck in my head. We had like a boys versus girls thing. My brother actually identifies as a girl at the time. He's trans, but my brother was with me, Alicia, and Nija's side, and we were outnumbered with the boys' side. And for some reason, Kayla, this girl who thinks she's so popular and shit, joins the boys' side. And we had this dramatized battle, which actually didn't end well because we were not happy about it. Even Nija was not happy about it. She was like, I hate everyone in that group except Kayla. She was friends with Kayla for some odd reason. I mean, Kayla wasn't part of the problem, but she was friends with both the good guys and the bad guys. I'm not sugarcoating the good guy, bad guy thing. And she would mostly side with the bad guys. So now that I think about it, Kayla was definitely part of the problem, even if she didn't go along with the bullying. That's just my opinion, personally. What else I can think of? Oh, this is unrelated, but I do remember Chase got stung by a wasp on his birthday, and Josh was like, I feel bad, because it was his birthday, he got stung by a wasp. I'll say right now, I had no remorse for him, since he was a shitty dude. I could maybe go on forever, but those are the top incidents I can think of off the top of my head. So, in basic terms, me and my friends were rivals with those guys. And Darsh being friends with the bad guys was a problem too. So, here is what changes everything. So, one day in August of 2012, me, my brother, Nija and Alicia were just outside. Oh, and Darsh was also outside as usual. So Bryce and Chase confronted us as usual. And then you won't believe what happens next. They leave, and then they go back with golf clubs. I am not joking. They actually did that. I mean, yeah, the other incidents were like bad, but I mean, threatening us with golf clubs, this is too far. Am I right? So, here's what changes everything. So, I basically picked up a little stone. Yes, and I threw it at Bryce's forehead. It wasn't like a huge rock that could have cracked his skull or something. It was just a little stone. And oh boy, Bryce was not happy about that. I'm picturing it in my head right as I speak. I just remember right after I threw the rock, he pointed the golf club directly at me. I don't know what happens between then and what happens next, but I remember they left, and me and my friends, we were just sitting somewhere on the stairs, and from far away, we see Bryce, Chase, and a third person. You won't believe who it is. Bryce's mom actually walking down the road. And where did they go? We watched them go over to my apartment. We live in an apartment complex. And apparently, Bryce's Karen of a mom screamed at my dad, which was crazy. So my dad comes over and finds us, and he was like, what the heck is going on? So we kind of explained it to him about what's going on and the golf club incident and what I did and all that. So there was a lot of crazy stuff going on today. And why not so weird? All these incidents, he was been bullying us, no one said anything. But when I throw a little rock at him, apparently it's too far. That's strange. It's like when at school, teachers say nothing when a kid gets beat up by a bully, but then when they forget their homework, it's suddenly the end of the world. You know what I mean? So sometime later, Bryce's mom and Chase are at the pool, and me and my brother go there with my dad, and they made me apologize to Bryce. I mean, I didn't want to, but whatever. And he was like, he just calmly said, that's okay. And then when my dad said, okay, Bryce needs to apologize to my kids for what he did. And then, like, his mom literally freaks the fuck out like a Karen. And she literally yells at my dad and goes like, you keep your kids away from my kid. Something like that. Like, you stay away. Something like that. And apparently sometime after we left, his mom apparently said something extremely horrible about me and my brother. I'm not sure what, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't great. So, yeah, now that explains why Bryce was a shithead. Am I right? So that was crazy. Sometime after that, my dad had kind of a pep talk with me and my friends about, like, bullying. And I just remember Darsh jokingly said, if he punches you, punch him back and then tell an adult or something like that. And that was funny, but that was crazy. And like later that day around dusk, I remember eavesdropping right outside my door where my dad was talking to Bryce's dad. And Bryce's dad was also delusional. He was like, oh, Bryce is such a sweet kid. He'd never do that. Which not only explains why he was a shithead, but shows you parenting 101. So congratulations, Bryce's mom and dad, if you're watching this. You raised such a respectful kid. Wow, how wonderful. I say that in like the most blandest voice possible. Sarcasm. So, it's funny because he actually stopped bullying us after that. And Chase actually became kind of cool with us. And I remember this one girl, she said to me that Bryce is not allowed to play with me anymore. Good. I mean, sure for some reason I get the shit for it, but hey, it was worth it. And to this day, I honestly don't feel bad because it was like a very proud moment for me because, I mean, it can be hard to stand up to a bully. So, yippee, I like it being heartless. I don't feel bad for Bryce in that moment. So, in the following years, things actually got a little better. And the last time I saw Bryce, he actually just simply said hi to me in the hallways, just respectfully, which was actually pretty good. So it seems like he has definitely matured a lot, obviously, since then. But we'll see if he watches this video. Try and not hunt him down. I know it just says first name, but just don't try. Please don't hunt down or harass him. It's just simply not worth it. It was just a really fun story to tell, just for funsies, and I like to think about it from time to time. So yeah, that was a really fun story. Just typical stupid bullies and nonsense. Have you ever had a bully in school or in the neighborhood? Let me know in the comments below and stir up some fun discussions about this kind of stuff. Anyway, that is the end of the story, and I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you want more videos like this, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe for more fun content. I make other videos such as commentary and callouts, which are also as equally fun, but I will do my best to make more fun storytime videos. Until next time, I will see you all later. Bye!